days, with one child even being asked by the driver to come up to his black passenger car. Police are telling students not to walk alone if they can and run away if approached. Demand for COVID testing in Orange County appears to be going down. County leaders say they've seen a noticeable drop in people looking to get tested at the 3 county-run sites, as well as the site run by the city of Orlando at Camping World Stadium. Still, the current positivity rate in the county is above 40% as the Omicron variant continues to spread. And troopers are warning people to be on the lookout for smoke along State Road 40 in Marion County. It's from a brush fire burning in the area of County Road 315 and has been cutting visibilities in the area. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app.
WDYZ, Altamont Springs, WOTW HD3, Windermere, WXUS HD3, Dunedin, Ocala, WZLB, Valparaiso, Florida Man Radio. Florida Man Radio. The views and opinions on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting, management, or its sponsors. The Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
Do you swear to tell the truth? The whole truth? And nothing but the truth?
You want answers? You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
And welcome to Thursday morning. I am your host, Justin Clark, protecting you from the hypocrisy throughout America. Today on the program, everyone is following us, jumping on the get rid of Fauci bandwagon, now including some unlikely people, including last night, Stephen Colbert. It's getting bad for Fauci. Finally. Bad day yesterday for Matt Gaetz. We will address his ex-girlfriend testifying in front of a grand jury in Orlando, Florida. A man comes back from Colorado, makes pot brownies, takes a nap, and his elderly parents take said pot brownies for a potluck dinner at the retirement home. We'll go on the perch with Lurch in hour number 2 and much more to get to. Quick housekeeping. Before we begin, I will be taking your calls and text messages. Here is the phone number, 321-339-1055. Download the Florida Man Radio app and listen to us right there around the world, but a great show lined up on the live and actual radio this morning. But first, the team, Makaila's day off. She's not here. Check her in, might be listening. Directly in front of me, blue collared shirt, but it's t-shirt-esque, but it has a collar. It's Adidas. Lurch is here. Greetings.
And now it's time for the opening statement. This should be interesting.
I didn't necessarily want to start here this morning, Lurch. In fact, I thought about it, and I said I'm not going to start there. And then we were getting text messages prior to the show that are requiring me to start with this. And
per usual.
And yet I wasn't going to. Yesterday, you had somewhat of an emotionally charged roller coaster-ish show with us, I would say. You started the day getting very angry, and then you got a little bit emotional, and it was just an emotional day for you. So much so that even after the show, Makaila asked me, because she stays out of it. I think she likes you better than she likes me, which is understandable. Yeah. You're a better person.
To a degree.
She said, is Lurch okay? And I said, that was one of the more emotional days I've seen from him. So let's jump right into it. Are you better today?
Oh, no, yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine today.
Yeah. After the show, I was fine.
After the show, you were just fine?
Yeah, went back to normal.
And the reason why you originally got upset is because Roger had texted something about, like, get your head out of your ass. Something like that.
Which is okay, which is fine. But
we say stuff like that all the time. I was shocked that you got mad, honestly, because even though, and look, I'm not trying to air out any dirty laundry here or talk out of turn. It's just that even before the show today, you were saying, Justin, if you want someone who just sits here and agrees with you all the time, maybe I'm not the right guy for the job. And I was like, shut up.
Well, yeah.
Of course I want you to disagree with me.
That's how I took it yesterday, because I made a comment.
From me?
No, I made a comment from about like just questioning, could it really be one man? And I felt it's like, if I don't agree with you, then it's like people are not going to like it. It's like I'm not here to agree with every single thing. And yes, I will play devil's advocate. If that's the kind of thing that we have to have, then I guess. This
is spoken word talk radio. We don't play music, although I have some Machine Gun Kelly for you later.
Yeah, we will play later.
Just because he's got Megyn Kelly locked down now.
Again, and it's not, I mean, there's always going to be people commenting, which is okay, and it's A-okay. I just took it in that sense, and it's like, I have to agree, and that's what I didn't like. It's like, see, subtly someone telling me what to do and how to do it.
We've had way worse fights, way worse text messages than what Roger sent yesterday, and you've brushed it off. Something was emotional with you yesterday.
I just think it just triggered that, like, someone, like, subtly, like, telling me, like, what I have to do. And I'm like, you don't tell me what to do.
You have PTSD?
No.
From the basic training?
No.
Because the Lurch that went before the basic training thing would have never been set off like that.
No, I mean, You've
always had some deep down anger?
I mean, I think everyone has deep down anger.
Not me. I'm perfect. Ask anybody.
Yeah. No, but again, like I said, I mean,
You're better. Are you better
after
today?
the show, I was good.
Are you mad at me? I didn't do anything. I was just doing a show.
I'm not mad at you.
You think I should have been more defensive over you?
No.
Because I mean, look, I could have done the whole show on your anger yesterday, your emotional roller coaster, and I even talked through it on the air, like, okay, or I at least was thinking through it on the air, I didn't push it.
I'm not gonna, say F you or F you. No way, I'm not. Like
I didn't push it. We could have gone we could have dove. What the hell is wrong with me?
And I think
what's the right effing word?
I think
could have dove deeper.
I'm mad at myself because normally I'm not like that. I'm always.
So you're mad at yourself today?
Calm and collected.
You don't seem to be beating yourself up too badly.
No. I was just like in retrospect thinking, I was like, damn, I should have just do what I always do and just brush it off and keep going.
The reason why I needed to bring this up, and the reason I was not going to start the show with it, is because I was just over it. But at 10:03 a.m. East Coast time, Roger texted in. Roger's the person that made you mad yesterday. Roger's been listening to the show for a long time. Good guy. Shall I read his text to you? Do you want to hear it?
By all means.
And I think this might lift said spirits. JC, good morning. Let me start by telling that to Lurch that I am sorry for my comment yesterday. This was before we went on the air, like 2 seconds before we went on the air. I'm sorry for my comments. What set me off is his comments about the inflation, and it was about no one president caused this. So he was implying that there were multiple presidents that causes no. I think this was talk to text, by the way, so I'm trying to do my best. It was one president, President Joe Biden, that caused all of this inflation, and it started 30 days after he took office when he shut down the Keystone Pipeline. We were energy independent before. Now we are dependent on other countries for oil. That's it. He said he was sorry, but he had a feeling too. I mean,
I know, which is,
and if you're allowed to have opinions, so is Roger.
Exactly.
Now,
which is fine.
I don't think you told him to get his head out of his ass. No, but if you did tell him to listen to another station.
I did, which I will say, I apologize. It's not my, it's not my show. 2, it's not for me to make a comment like that towards anyone. 3, I don't want to alienate people or think that I'm some like big shot or top dog because I'm not. So I do apologize for that comment. I won't apologize for expressing my opinion, just like it's okay for you to express your opinion as well. That's what we're here for. But if you try to come at me with like in a disrespectful way, then yeah, that's gonna get me angry. Just like if I was to come at you in a disrespectful way.
Is this over? Is this quashed?
Oh, no,
I'm
good.
We done?
I'm fine. I'm good.
Are you off of this emotional roller coaster we were on yesterday?
I'm good.
I forgot what you got. You got angry in hour number 1 and then sad in hour number 2. I forgot what made you sad. Do you remember? You don't want to talk about
sad.
Oh, yes, you were.
Hopeful because I was going on a trip.
You got sad. You were sad about something. I don't remember what it was. I just remember watching you go on an emotional roller coaster yesterday, and it made me feel some kind of way. I said, Lurch is going through something right now. And this is a great room to go through something in.
Exactly.
And most everyone that sits in this room throughout the day is going through something. My God. And we have to talk about it here. We have to talk openly about it. At least I do.
No, but I mean, I'm good. Like,
You're
there's
good.
no issues, no nothing.
Now, do you want to say anything else to Roger? Was
No,
was that the entire apology?
I'm sorry if I made you feel some kind of way. You're definitely a part of the show, so continue to be a part of the show. You know, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm gonna say a comment like that again. Where we're like, listen somewhere else, because again, it's not me. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
I'm not someone to say stuff like that, and it's not my place to do that.
It's well said, Lurch. Thank you, buddy. Welcome back. I'm glad to have Lurch back. I don't know who that guy was yesterday.
Bizarro Lurch.
We're glad to have you back.
Yo, Frey.
You would think that, let me ask you a question, and this is for you, Lurch, but also for Beanbag Nation. Do you think that doing Dry January is sort of like stupid? Is it a stupid concept? Because first of all, I'm perfect. No, I promise you. What am I, at 4 days deep now? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
the 13th,
Thursday. So I'm at least 3 days deep, and I've been perfect, I promise you. And I feel pretty good. I feel great, actually. I finally went back to a gym this morning for the first time in about a month and a half, or at least a month.
20 minutes?
Yeah, it was a 20-minute little, electronic stimulator. I was a little, I wasn't quite as good as I was last time I was there.
Did they fear that you...
They thought they were going to break my back, I think. They're like, wow, we haven't seen you in a while.
No, yeah, exactly. What I meant is that they fear that maybe you had, given up on them and went somewhere else.
No, they were hoping I gave up on them because there's a year contract and I have to pay every week no matter what. So they're like, please don't show up. This is not one of these gyms that's like, hey, please come in so we can make money. They charge my card every week no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah. So if I don't show up, it's actually good for them. They can play on their little Nintendos
it's a free
or whatever.
hour.
It's a free, yes, exactly. So they actually don't want me to come, I think. Because no matter what, on Monday they charge my card. And then I'm locked in for a year, I think. So they don't care a crap if I come or not. You know what I mean? But I need to start going because I need to look like this Machine Gun Kelly, I think.
Oh, you're going to be skinny?
No. You know what? I don't think I could ever look like this guy. But this Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox thing is one of the weirdest relationships to me. And again, look, we're not on TMZ here. We won't spend a lot of time on this, but they got engaged yesterday. You might have heard, correct? Mm-hmm. I don't understand these really, really hot girls who like these weird-looking dudes anymore. I mean, you have to admit he's a weird-looking, skinny. Doesn't he paint his nails and all sorts of things? Like, what? When did this become cool? Is it just because I'm 42 now and I'm getting older and I'm just missing the whole TikTok boat and all this sort of thing?
I mean, I guess when you have money like that, you can kind of do whatever you want.
But she has the money. She already has money.
Exactly, but she's not going to go out with someone like us.
Really? That's messed up. What are you trying to say, buddy?
That we're not on that level.
Yeah, but at least I look normal-ish. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
maybe you should start painting your nails and dyeing your hair.
She took to Instagram, of course. Somehow, a year and a half later, having walked through hell together and having laughed more than I have ever imagined possible, he asked me to marry him. And just as in every lifetime before this one, and as in every lifetime that will follow it, I said yes. And then we drink each other's blood. Let me tell you something.
What the
Let me tell you something. I'm not drinking no blood.
I'm not drinking blood.
How do you think they cut themselves? What did they use? Like a little pocket knife? You think they got out a little pocket knife?
They shared one.
And what is the best part of your body to use a pocket knife on if you're going to share each other's blood, you think? Maybe on the palm of your hand?
Was it like an ounce of blood? Was it a freaking drop?
Even in second grade when you your little best buddy and you become blood brothers, you just spit on your hand and shake or something. I think I did that. Yeah. I mean, it's still weird, but...
Yeah, but I mean, you're young.
This was his first marriage. This will be his first marriage. He has a kid from another one, and Fox was married to that dude from 90210. You remember that?
So
you were probably too young for 90210. Beverly Hills 90...
Oh, no, I mean, I remember the show, 90210.
Brian Austin Green. And let's be honest, I don't think Brian Austin Green's done a lot of work lately.
Yeah.
So maybe she was getting tired of him sitting at home. I don't know.
Yes, not doing anything.
But I mean, I think he's better looking than this MGK. What is it? MGK?
Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly. And I guess he has a blood necklace already of her or something.
Really?
Yeah, they love this blood deal.
Are they into some kind of...
Wow. Whatever happened to, like, you don't want open wounds. You don't want to share
Whatever
blood.
happened to just like vows?
Yeah, like I do.
Yeah.
I don't need some blood necklace around me. So anyway, I think he looks weird. I gotta tell you, and I think obviously we know she's super hot. I mean, it's inarguable that she is super hot.
I mean, she was.
Super hot.
No, the main focus back when she did Transformers, and then when she had that falling out with Michael Bay, she kind of left the spotlight for a bit.
So is she out of the spotlight now totally? Has she done any good movies lately?
That I know of, I'm not sure, but I mean, she's back again in the spotlight because she's with MGK.
She grew up in my mother's hometown, by the way.
Really?
Rockwood, Tennessee, population, I don't know, 800. But then they got smart and moved to Tampa, I believe. I believe she's a cousin of one of my very good friends. Yeah, they're cousins.
Really?
He like calls her and things. They're buddies. So, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be talking bad about his new cousin-in-law. I don't know.
No, I mean,
is that a thing, cousin-in-law?
She's pretty.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Do we like his music? Because I don't know. Are you a big
I mean, I like some of his songs.
GK guy?
Some of his songs really are, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you like them.
I can listen to, but then others I'm like,
Like, if I got one of your playlists out, would you have any of this on there? Ladies and gentlemen, Machine Gun Kelly, everybody.
The simulation just went bad, but you're the best I ever had.
This is what?
This is when he switched to like this genre.
What is this
he's
genre?
Mainly a rapper.
He was a rapper before, now he's like a pop star? Okay. So he can sell more music, I guess. That's not so bad, actually. Oh yeah, it's clean. Clean version, thank God. You haven't had to dump me in a while, have you?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm actually okay with this. Don't tell anybody.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good song.
Don't tell anybody.
Like
this song doesn't suck.
Yeah, I won't tell nobody.
Don't tell Dave the drummer, for Christ's sake. You'll be my bloody Valentine tonight. What's his obsession with blood? Maybe that's just his sort of thing.
His new thing now.
Maybe that's his brand.
Blood.
Anyway, congratulations to you, Machine Gun Kelly. Who has more money? Machine Gun Kelly or Megan Fox, you think?
I don't know.
Now, I gotta be honest, I've never watched any of these Transformer movies because it's not my genre
it's not
of
your-
movie, as you
it's not
know.
your thing.
So, but it seems like was it a series of movies? Was there a sequel to Transformers,
Yeah,
or was
so
it just one?
Well, so there were 3,
A trilogy.
and then they made another.
Oh, and she was out of the fourth one.
She was out of. She was in the first and second. She was out of the third one.
Oh, but normally if you have a successful trilogy like that, you make some money. But why did they kick her out of the third one? That was the fight with the
she
director
had
or
a falling
something?
out with Michael Bay.
What, because she was being an a-hole or he was being an a-hole?
I don't remember.
You didn't read the reports?
So it says Megan Fox roughly around 8 million.
8
and
million?
MGK roughly around 10 million.
That's it? No way.
Yeah.
She only has $8 million in the bank? What? And he only has 10? What are they spending their money on? Blood canisters?
Blood, who knows?
How does she only have $8 million?
Because the first 2 Transformers did really, really well. I think the second one hit over $1 billion. The first one, I think, close.
There's no way. That's got to be wrong. I always wondered about this celebrity net worth stuff anyway, but to only have $8 million for, and look, I know $8 million is a lot to all of us. I get it. But for her, for Megan Fox, $8 million?
A couple sites here are.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Million.
I don't know how they come up with this crap, to be honest with you. But
Again, she was out of the spotlight for a bit.
And he only has 10?
The first Transformers came out in 2007.
I don't know. I kind of like it. Don't tell anybody. Please, Lurch. God, don't tell anybody.
I won't.
Machine Gun Kelly on the Florida Man Radio Network.
We're an emotional radio
Oh, my God. What is wrong with us? Something. I just can't believe they only combined are 18 million. I would think way more than
I
that.
mean, that's still.
Do you think they last? These two last? It seems like a real love affair, doesn't it? But do these passionate love affairs ever last?
But here's the thing, though. Do the majority of celebrity couples last?
No. No, they don't.
Some do, but most don't.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox engaged. You heard it right here. The Florida Man Radio Network, the Justin Clark Show.
all things
oh,
pop.
God. Dave the drummer checks in. Let's see if I got any respect left at all. Good morning, gang. I see you're a Machine Gun Kelly fan now. Justin, don't worry. I'm not going to bust your balls over it. Not personally a fan of him, but you do you. See? I can take criticism, Lurch. You see how that works? Dave the drummer blasts me, and then I'm like, okay,
Yes,
we have a difference of opinion.
He blasted you, yes.
Dave the drummer just blasted me.
Yes, he did.
And I took it like
So
a man.
much so.
I took it like a man. You could learn something from this. Do you see how this behavior works?
I am learning. I'm continuously learning.
Colin checks in. Hello, Colin. Good morning, gentlemen. I think delve was the word you were looking for. Thank you, Colin. Where were you when I needed you? Megan Fox has been blackballed from Hollywood since the Michael Bay deal. Oh, so that's why she's down to $8 million.
I mean, Michael Bay's a
and the problem is
prominent guy.
Once you make a ton of dough like that, you have pretty impressive spending habits, and then when the dough stops coming in, it goes quickly.
True, but honestly, I think the story I did yesterday of the couple that won the $5.6 million.
Yeah.
Would you agree that was probably a very smart way to
put it in an apartment complex?
Yeah,
I mean,
things.
If you have a certain amount of money, though, let's say you have $50 million, you just invest it, and you can find a product where you can get 7% a year, and that's I don't know how much. That's millions of dollars a year that you can live on.
Yeah, which is great.
I think that's what I would do. You don't have to deal with evicting tenants and crap.
Especially since you're one now.
Yeah, I know what it's like to deal with tenants now. Trust me, I am one. Got a nice little townhouse, 2 stories. Rich B is here. Hello, Rich. I heard Megan Fox left Brian because of his health issues. She didn't want to take care of him anymore. I think I have heard a little bit about health issues, and I'm sorry to Brian Austin Green. I didn't mean to say you hadn't been working. Maybe you haven't been working due to the health issues.
He's going to get emotional now.
Yeah, exactly. My ex's best friend is a better song by MGK. You want to pull that up for us? And then I promise we won't play any more Machine Gun Kelly on this program, at least today. She had it out with Mike Bay and had an affair with Shia LaBeouf. Got it. Bob is here in Pensacola. Hello, Bob. Good morning, gang. Machine Gun Kelly is Ed Till's jam. That's got to be a joke, right? I don't see Machine Gun Kelly on Vinyl Fridays. Do you?
Maybe not on Vinyl Friday.
But wait, he likes Machine Gun Kelly, or is
I
Bob
want to
just
say
busting?
he likes Machine Gun Kelly, but Ed is known to also kind of listen to some of those songs and be like...
Oh, yeah, Bob said Ed's always trying to get him to listen to Machine Gun Kelly. Oh, yeah, I've heard this one, too. What is this song?
My Ex's Best Friend.
My Ex's Best Friend.
With Blackbear, which I do listen to.
I've heard this song a lot. But I haven't decided. I didn't know it was Machine Gun Kelly. I just, now that I hear it, I'm like, oh, I've heard that a lot now. See, I'm sorry. I kind of like this. It reminds me of, like, stuff in my life, and I like it.
And it's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You know what I mean? It's just...
Yeah, whatever that means. It's a vibe. You heard it right here. It's a vibe.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
It's a vibe.
You're too old for the young lingo.
This is a vibe, everybody. See, this is not bad.
First off, I'm not sorry. I won't apologize to nobody. You play
it's
like
a vibe.
I'm invisible.
It's a vibe.
Don't act like you ain't saw me.
Anywho, I think that's enough. I kind of like it. I know. Are you losing all respect for me here? I don't blame you if you are.
No.
If you're losing respect for me, it's fine. You know, we're not going to spend much more time on Machine Gun Kelly.
I mean, would
Megan
you listen
Fox.
to MGK or Matt Berry?
Oh, definitely. Without question, Machine Gun Kelly. I mean, there's no doubt, is there? We played enough Matt Berry on this program. Like, literally, when I should have played Matt Berry when you got pissed off yesterday as punishment to you. But then I would have had to listen to it as well.
Yeah, then you would have punished yourself.
And we found Matt Berry because that dude, Brian Laundrie, it was all Matt Berry on his playlist when he killed that poor girl. What was her name? I forgot. So yesterday, right? We call this punishment music. This is punishment music right here. I mean, would you rather listen to this? Or would you rather listen to this? It's a no-brainer, right? It's not even close, Lurch.
Yeah.
Not even close. Colin said Megan spent all of her money on thumb socks. Really? Thumb socks are underrated, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Let me hit some text messages here. And Roger, by the way, thank you for your apology earlier. It meant a lot to Lurch. You didn't really need to, but it meant a lot.
We're good.
He perked up, Roger, I can tell you. Chris is here in Sanford, Florida.
Perched up.
Good morning, guys. Sorry I missed the show live yesterday, but I caught up on the podcast. Don't forget you have a friend in towing. By the way, how is Biden superfan Sonic 2? I think that's you, buddy. How is the Biden superfan Sonic doing?
The Biden superfan Sonic is good. I just want my car back.
Now, speaking of, I thought it was an anonymous caller who offered to come help you inspect and fix the Sonic yesterday. In fact, it was not an anonymous caller, and in fact, they did show up, and I would like you to do a little thank you. I think that's an order.
Oh, no, it for sure is. James, the mobile mechanic, thank you for going out of your way, or maybe, like he said, you were in the area and coming to check out the vehicle. It did mean a lot because it shows that, there are people, still good people in the world. I mean, I know it's a job that he could potentially do, but at the end of the day, he was like, you know what, let me go and check this out for you. And it turns out it is the thermostat.
The thermostat.
Yes.
Thank you, James. That was very nice, and I'm sorry I did not acknowledge you on the air yesterday.
It
and how much does a thermostat cost?
I have no idea.
No idea. Uh-oh.
So I just told him, if you can find out, figure out, let me know, and then we can.
All right. Is it a thermostat more like $200 or more like $1,000? You think?
No.
$200.
I think
but then with labor, less than $200 for a thermostat.
But with
seems like a bargain.
But with labor, yeah, it probably could be around that. But
Aviator Chase is here. Hello, Chase. Honestly speaking, this is also Lurch's show. So if anyone came at me the way they did, Lurch, I would be very upset as well. It was uncalled for, to be honest, regardless if he's a good guy or not. And again, Roger's a very good guy. Very good guy. Franklin the mailman's here. Good morning, Lurch. You're an awesome dude. Justin, I would say the same, but I don't want to get struck by lightning. Whatever, buddy. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Franklin the mail. I haven't heard from him in a minute. Where have you been, Franklin? Saving the planet?
No, I mean, he's been good. He's been, I think, taking care of his daughter a lot.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that's
I have a lot of respect for that.
That's good.
I have a lot of respect for that. Southern Yankees here. Hello, Southern Yankee. Lurch seemed bitter, however, was correct in what he said. Roger should get off the Trump train and see the whole picture. Trump doesn't need defended. He is the only one president that could have done more. So you're getting some support.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I said, we're here to discuss, comment. I have no ill will towards Roger or anyone. At the end of the day, this is what Drill Sergeant Eche, what he would tell us at AIT.
What?
He would be like, I don't give a damn if, I'm super pissed off right now. You've all pissed me off. You're all doing the wrong thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He said, once it's done, we start a new day. It's a new day. No grudges, no nothing.
Well, that's a pretty good way to look at life.
We move forward.
Oh, wow. Well done. Well said.
No grudges, no
That was
nothing.
Sergeant who? Iche?
Drill Sergeant.
Drill Sergeant Iche.
Eche.
Eche.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just didn't want to say his full name, just in case he was listening.
I see.
Because he did say he would listen.
Well, we haven't heard from any of them, by the way. You're like, we're going to have this whole new audience. All these people I met in the Army.
Maybe rightfully so.
Oh, yeah? We don't want to hear from them.
No, it's not that we don't want to hear from them. It's
James the mobile mechanic checks in. Thank you again, James. Lurch defending himself yesterday is merely a product of his basic training. I'm proud of you, Lurch. Thank you for serving our country. Keep your head up. Tony in Michigan. Justin, I listened to the Justin Clark show to hear your opinion. Lurch is counter-programming way too much.
It's fine.
James in Valparaiso. Lurch is awesome. He's a great compliment to Justin Clark. He has no reason to apologize to anyone, especially someone who tells him to get his head out of his ass. It's like 50-50. No, more in your support, I think. I just like that I'm not involved in this. Like, for the one time, it's not me getting attacked or the love.
That's why you're happy.
Normally, I'm right in the middle of all this. Like, I hate Justin. What a dick. Or I love you. Keep up the good work. Now, you're right in the middle of something. I like this. This is fantastic.
It's okay.
Ryan C. is here. I'm doing dry January, too. I promised myself I wouldn't knock a beer over for at least a month. And let me explain about dry January for me. I want to be clear about something. It did not start in January. It started on January 10th. because I had a little trip planned, as you know.
Which, I mean...
And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to start this crap when I'm going on vacation.
Yeah, it was expected for you to go and have
but I've been perfect ever since I've been back. I feel good. Beth is here. My 18-year-old son told me last week girls like dad bods. I guess that is a thing now. Really? So I shouldn't have gone to the gym today. I should have kept up the good work I was doing. Yeah.
Continue, buddy. You're good.
Jay is here. Megan Fox has a toe for a thumb. See, I didn't know this, so this is what Colin is talking about clearly. Obviously. Roger's here. Radio personalities need to have thick skin for a-holes like me.
Which is perfectly fine.
Sean is here in Jacksonville. Thermostat maybe $10. That's it. I thought a thermostat was, I don't know, a couple $100 at least.
No.
I don't even know what a thermostat looks like. I know what a thermostat looks like in like a living room.
Yeah, that's completely different.
Yeah. And maybe an hour of labor. He'll handle it for you for a handle of Tito's. Doug is here in Orange City. High school football in 1972. I wish I had $1 every time I and the rest of the team was told to relocate my head. My mother. Hello, Mom. Morning. Megan Fox is your friend Jeff's first cousin. That's what I thought. I knew her mother, Darlene. Her mother divorced her father, Hank. Damn, we know more about Megan Fox than I thought. Yeah. Mom, how did she lose all her dough?
You think she's listening?
No, I don't. And moved to Orlando when she was 10. Her father and sister live in Kingston, Tennessee. Huh. She is filming a lot of new movies now. No blood for me. Bebby in Tennessee. Hello, Bebby. Franklin, why are you so mean to Justin? You need to be kind. Bob is here. You emotional guys need to listen to Chris Stapleton Cold and cry on your pillows at night. Kevin, by request, play a song by Unknown Henson. Epic stuff. Really? All right. 321-339-1055. So, look, you have to admit that I have been trying to get Dr. Fauci fired on this show for years. We were at the forefront of, this guy's an idiot. You know, at first, everyone kind of liked him for a few days. We did. But we didn't know anything about him. No one ever heard about Dr. Fauci.
I never heard of Dr. Fauci before.
Until he and Trump were doing those little cool news conferences in March of 2020. No one ever heard. You can be like, well, I heard of him when he was working on AIDS, which, by the way, he hasn't cured yet. Oh, when he was working on the HIV, which, by the way, he hasn't cured yet. But we really hadn't heard of him until he rolled out there with those coronavirus press briefings or whatever they were called. What were they called? I forgot. They had a whole, they like branded them. they had a brand. No one ever heard of him. He looks like a little twerp. We get it, but maybe he's a really smart guy. He's old. He's been doing the same job for 100 years. He must be good at this. And very quickly, we learned that he was not good at this at all. However, I mean, honestly, up until the last month, 2 weeks even, 2 months maybe, the Democrats would call this man an American hero. You could say whatever you wanted. You could say whatever you wanted on Twitter. And your liberal friends would say, how dare you? He is an American hero. I think that ship has sailed. I don't believe that your buddies are going to be calling you out saying this man is an American hero any longer. I just don't. I think that is over with. I sure hope it's over with at this point. Because if anyone still thinks he's an American hero, they need a mental examination. They do. Because the guy has flip-flopped on everything. You saw on Monday he lied to the Senate yet again.
What is he? Increase funds, or what was it again?
We'll talk about it in a minute. He was trying to discredit some other scientist. Now, the most unlikely person in the world, maybe, to turn on Dr. Fauci, turned on Dr. Fauci last night. And here's what's going on. Obviously, these media types are seeing the general public start to turn against Fauci.
So they have to go.
So they have to now turn against Dr. Fauci, even though they were calling him an American hero 3 months ago. All of them. Every one of them was calling him an American hero. But now they see the tides turning a little bit publicly. So now, of course, they're saying, well, I don't know what this guy's talking about. Well, last night, your favorite late-night host, Stephen Colbert, addressed Dr. Fauci.
Stephen Colbert. These folks, these are confusing times. Why? I don't know. That's how confusing they are. If this pandemic were a movie, it would be Tenet. It's impossible to understand, and I just wish it would end, which turns out is the beginning. Here's one source of the confusion. For about, what are we looking at? 22 months at this point, public health officials have consistently told us to do everything possible to avoid getting COVID. But in the last several days, if you've noticed, the message has shifted subtly. They're trying to make us get used to all of this. For instance, yesterday, Dr. Anthony Fauci addressed the current spike and he said, Omicron will infect just about everybody. Do you hear that? Being attacked for 2 years has clearly broken Dr. Fauci. Rip off your mask, go to hot yoga, on the way home, tug a hobo. I don't give a vaccinated crap. We're all doomed. You can all take a rapid test and stick it where the sun don't shine, because it's actually more accurate right there. But there is a silver lining. According to Dr. Fauci, those who have been vaccinated will very likely, with some exceptions, do reasonably well. Okay. There are certain things I don't want to equivocate on. My life is one of them. You don't want to hear a skydiving instructor say, jump from the plane. You will very likely, with some exceptions, do reasonably well.
Look, I would never play Colbert on this show for you. I would not. I like him as much as you like him. However, I wanted to use that as an example of how the media, and this, Colbert's been talking for the left for years now.
Yeah.
How the media now is seeing the general public's opinion of Fauci finally be like, wow, maybe he is an idiot. Maybe those people on the right were correct. That maybe he is a flip-flopping Democratic idiot. Because that's what he is at the end of the day. He's a Democrat. He's a Democrat doctor scientist with an agenda. And if you disagree with him, he wants to crush you, as you saw during his debate with Rand Paul on Monday.
What's going to happen with his salary?
Well,
his
look,
400 and...
now that Biden, well, he's still going to get his pension.
Well,
but now that Biden is down to a 33% approval rating, don't you think President Biden's people are saying, look, you need to fire Fauci or put him out to pasture?
Or put someone else.
Of course it's time for some new eyeballs on this. Sometimes I'll handle a case at my firm where I've handled it for years, and then I'm like, you know what? I think I need new eyeballs on this case because my eyes are starting to squint on this case because I've been so involved in it for so many years, and I'll put like a younger lawyer on it, and they'll see something I didn't see. Don't you think we need new eyeballs out of D.C. when it comes to Dr. Fauci? It's obvious we need new eyeballs. Or sometimes I'll be handling a case, or one of my other lawyers will be handling a case for a client, and then the client and the attorney start to have disagreements. And the analogy here is Fauci is the lawyer, the public is the client here, and they're having some disagreements. And you know what? It's better to move on. It's better to get some new eyeballs on this thing. And I've never seen a more prime example of a time in my life in something so big where we need new eyeballs on this thing. Like, if you don't trust your lawyer, you think your lawyer's lying to you. It's time to get a new effing lawyer. The main guy responding to this pandemic from day one, Dr. Fauci, we don't believe him because he's a lying asswipe. Don't you think it's time to get some new eyeballs on this guy? It's unbelievable to me that we haven't done it yet. Stupid, in fact. I don't want to spend a lot of time on COVID today, please. Do I have to? I don't have to, right?
No.
Just a little bit.
But you can if you want.
I really don't want to. I'd like to play something else. I'd like to hit on some other things. But what I have to do right now. Whoa! Got to take a little break. We'll let Machine Gun Kelly take us to break. When we return, it seems like Atlanta might get some snow this weekend, by the way. You know what happens when it snows a little bit in Atlanta? Chaos. Chaos, I tell you. They're buying up all the milk and bottled water in Atlanta today. It's unbelievable. That and more. Quick break. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
I'm overstimulated and I'm sad. I don't expect you to understand. It's not
Florida Man Radio.
The Ed Till Show.
It's like a muff. Yeah, it becomes like a, well, watch it there. It becomes like an ear muff. Yeah, it doesn't look right. Like the hair is like, what are we doing? I thought you were going to cut me on time. You got me all bunched up over here next to an earlobe. No matter what you do with it, it's a little furrow at the end. Cliffs of Dover doesn't blend nicely into a sculpted look. It looks like the sculptor got a phone call right before he finished. You know, it's hilarious and it's killing you at the same time.
Weekdays at noon on Florida Man Radio.
Creative floors, it's worth talking to the expert. Carpet to tile, vinyl plank and more. Our team has experience with every kind of floor. CreativeFloorsOnline.com to talk to our team. Let us turn your house into the home of your dreams. Creative Floors, it's worth talking to the experts.
Start the new year with some sizzle, which of course means a sexy bedroom outfit from Premier Couple Superstore. They've got a huge selection of lingerie and shoes and so much more. Premier Couple Superstore also has a full selection of toys, games, love oils, and a ton of great gifts. Don't pay those high prices when you can go directly to the source. 5009 South OBT or shop online at premiercouples.net because the couple that plays together stays together.
Premier Couple Superstore takes you where you want to go.
If you're a business owner, you could find new customers here on Florida Man Radio with Bubba the Love Sponge.
We'll hype you up in my show, mornings.
Have your company featured during middays.
Justin Clark here, 10 to noon.
Or jump in with me, Ed Till, noon till 3.
Or we can plug you in during prime PM drive.
Yep, I've got you covered during the Shannon Burke Show.
We'll create a custom marketing plan based on your goals and budget.
Just visit FloridaManRadio.com and click on the Advertise tab.
Taking over Central Florida and now the Emerald Coast.
New year, new roof. Take back your curb appeal and give your home the makeover it deserves. Karma Roofing knows holiday shopping is out of the way, and now it's time to get your home ready to sell, sell, sell. Instantly increase the value of your home with a premium roof. With Karma's low-cost, flexible payment plans, getting a roof has never been easier. So call Karma Roofing at 321-GO-KARMA or visit us online at karmaroofing.com. Karma Roofing. We do the right thing. CCC 133-2723.
Shopping at International Diamond Center is always fun, but working at IDC is even better. Actually, how can you call this work? Being with a great family business, meeting smiling people during the best moments of their life, and being given unlimited opportunity for growth? Are you ready to join the IDC family? We're hiring. Now with 10 showrooms across Florida, we have opportunities at every level. Management, sales, administrative, and operations. And we're not a faceless corporation. IDC is owned by the LeClaire family, where values like integrity, fairness, and respect always come first. For our customers and our team members, we offer generous compensation, 401k plans, health insurance, and incredible growth opportunities. All this in a fun, stress-free environment where you're treated like part of the family. Interested in learning more about joining the IDC revolution? Go to shopidc.com, look for job opportunities, and start the conversation. International Diamond Center, where people, customers, and employees always have more fun.
Your boys from Florida Man Radio don't want to see you have a crappy big game party. Get game day ready with the brand new big screen smart TV. $100 from Pizza Hut to feed your big game party. An ice cold Bud Light, all thanks to Wayne Dench.
You'll be the king of the trailer park when you win the Florida Man Radio's big game party. Log on and sign up right now at FloridaManRadio.com. Just click on the Orlando contest section to begin.
From Pizza Hut, Wayne Dench, and Florida Man Radio. Must be 21 and up to win. Please drink responsibly.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The following is made possible by Dad.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling all over it.
The dad joke. Corny, grown-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
Why do you have to be careful when it's raining cats and dogs? Because you might step in a poodle.
And kids that spend more time with their dads grow up to be smarter, more successful.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding.
And with any luck, funnier adults.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance? Because he didn't have anybody to go with.
Dad jokes rule. So take a moment to make a moment and give your kid a laugh. It's as easy as going to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
That's really funny.
Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
President Biden is speaking right now. He's very upset with how many cases we have of the Omicron virus in this country. He should be saying, thank goodness. Thank goodness this thing spread throughout the country with the mild symptoms. This is what we've been seeking the whole time, was herd immunity. Here he is.
Our doctors and nurses and first responders have the masks they need. Never again we're going to have our nurses using homemade masks and garbage bags over their clothing for hospitals because they don't have the gowns. We've more than tripled our stockpile of the most protective specialized N95 mask since coming into office.
I still don't have it.
This is going to make sure
N95? I've never put one on my face.
Supply of healthcare workers.
You know why? Because I'm not a surgeon.
We also have helped make sure that high-quality masks are widely available in ample supply at affordable prices, sold online and in stores. But I know that for some Americans, the mask is not always affordable or convenient to get. So, next week we'll announce how we are making high-quality masks available to the American people for free. I know we all wish that we could finally be done with wearing masks. I get it. Yeah. But they're a really important tool to stop the spread, especially of a highly transmittable
I've heard enough of this guy. I just wanted to hear him stumble over his words a little bit, to be honest with you. I can't remember the last time I wore a mask. I guess at the airport the other day.
I still have to wear one at work.
You do the whole time?
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but
it kind of sucks. You're like running around like a chicken with your head cut off, wearing this big face covering. Do you get do you get tired? Do you get winded? Do you get gassed?
I don't.
Not at all.
But I mean, I'm tired of wearing it. Yeah.
So those of you in Georgia, you know what's going on right now. The shelves are already barren at grocery stores throughout the country. Now they're calling for maybe some snow in Atlanta this weekend. You know what that means? Everyone goes and stockpiles.
Panic buying.
Oh, absolutely. Stockpiles. Water, milk, eggs, everything. That's how it goes in Atlanta. Atlanta is a very large city, as you know, with horrible traffic to begin with. You get a little snow in that town, it's like absolute chaos there. By the way, I was driving from here to my TV show yesterday, and to get there, this is following up on Biden and his making testing more available, because, you know, like when this thing broke out, you couldn't buy a test anywhere. You have to drive through, let's call it an unsavory part of town to get to the TV station. Yeah. And there's like this little park on the right, like a park you would never go to in a million years. I mean, it's a get shot at park.
Testing sites.
Oh yeah, there's like every shooting, it's like at that park. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's more. You're more likely than not to get shot at this park if you go there at night. And someone had just pitched a tent, and there was a big sign on it, and I thought they were selling boiled peanuts or something. No, they were doing virus testing right there. This little tent, like a little 10 by 10 tent in this horrible neighborhood in this horrible park. I was like, what? I don't think this is government sanctioned at all.
And that prompted you to go?
No, I did not go. Not in a million years would I go to this little pop-up tent testing facility.
In Bentley.
Oh, yeah, I know. That would have been weird. Anyway, Atlanta could see its first measurable snow in nearly 1,500 days this weekend.
1,500.
It's a long time.
days.
On average, Atlanta sees over 2 inches of snow a year, which isn't a lot, but, it's still a measurable
I think
amount.
they have more hail there, right?
Probably. I mean, in the summertime or whatever. They're saying it has been 1,454, so 1,454 days since the last time Atlanta has seen measurable snowfall. Good enough for second longest streak in history. And they're thinking it might happen this weekend. But they're saying it could be ice, or it could be sleet, or it could be rain. Like, they just don't know.
I don't know.
But people in Atlanta are going nuts. Absolutely nuts. It's just funny to me in some ways. It's all, the analogy obviously is Florida folks when, like, tropical depressions rolling in.
Yeah, like me.
And you're like, what? Why are you buying up all the canned tuna, buddy?
When I went to go buy a case of bottled water.
Yeah. Did I make fun of you for that?
Yeah.
Shocker. Did you get angry with me like you did Roger?
No.
You handled it well. Because that was before basic training. That was before you got your PTSD.
Transportation says 2,100 employees are on call this winter to work on snow and ice prevention and removal. CBS 46's Jamie Kennedy joining us live. And Jamie, people across the metro, they are getting themselves prepared for this storm.
Told you. I told you. I knew they were heading out to the grocery stores in absolute troves.
Exactly, Rick. So GDOT says that this is one of their biggest weapons, and they're still formulating their plans for this weekend, while many Georgians are already heading to the shops. And
you don't hear a lot of local news people with an accent, do you?
You don't.
Preparing themselves.
Are you trying to stock up so you don't need to go out?
You got the idea, yeah.
The word snow and ice has Atlantans preparing already.
What's some of the things that you've been making sure you don't run out of?
Everything. We're stocking up on everything. We're going to be in the bunker Saturday night.
Water, fruits, vegetables, staples, stuff like that.
Shoppers.
Did she say staples? Like staples?
It sounded like she said that.
But I think she means the staples that we need. But I don't think she means like a stapler staples, right?
You would need that, though.
At supermarkets on
to do the
Wednesday,
show.
once again reporting empty shelves, but this isn't only due to a supply chain issue. The threat of a winter storm has shoppers stocking up.
Kroger doesn't have any 32 bottle of their water.
Unbelievable. They don't have any 32 bottles. Is that 32-ounce bottles? Lady, get the
32-pack.
Oh, God. Get a 24-pack. What is wrong with these people?
There's limited paper plates, paper goods. A lot of the frozen items and stuff like that, a lot of that is gone as well.
I took a look for myself and found limited supplies of toilet paper, along with organic produce and meat shortages. In a statement, Kroger says
Is he from England or is it Australia? Sometimes I get England, Australia, New Zealand a little bit confused. I mean, it sounds like he's reporting from London, doesn't it?
Monitoring the weather forecast closely to help ensure high-demand products are still available in areas.
Australia, because I think in like England, the accent's a little thicker.
So he's from maybe he's reporting from southern Australia.
Most likely to be hit by a winter storm.
It sounds Australian. You're right. I think it might be Australian.
Or in that region.
So New Zealand or Australian.
And strongly encourage shoppers not to rush out and panic buy, which helps create product shortages. The real concern is the roads and whether we can stay ahead of the...
Anyway, you get the point. I was just trying to prove to you that I was right.
But if the power goes out...
If the power goes out, I don't know. You know,
you say all that frozen food is...
It's gonzo. Come on. You know, we don't need to go power buy. We don't need to go stock up.
Go stock up with some MREs.
My man in Atlanta's got like 2 full baskets of bottled water and canned tuna, like trying to get 2 baskets. You know, 1 basket for each hand. I don't think you need to do all that.
Do you think we need to do that here? Because if they're buying it up over there, it might start trickling down here.
No, I don't think we need to at all. In fact, I'm going to avoid the grocery store. So I guess there's this big winter storm, and then it's going to crush the Northeast, and the Bills and the Patriots play Saturday night.
Huge game.
Big game. Huge. And the weather forecast of Buffalo does not look so good. I think kickoff is going to be 0 with like a wind chill of -14. Can you imagine playing football at -14 wind chill?
God, no.
Imagine how much that hurts. The wind chill is going to be -14. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, hell no.
But those are fun games to watch, too, like a big snow game or like a freezing cold game. I mean, I wouldn't go to the game either. Would you even go to that game?
Nah, I wouldn't go to that game.
I would never go to that game. Negative 14 wind chill.
I mean, I can handle cold, but
sit out there for 3-4 hours. And by the way, they tailgate. Like Bills fans jump on tables or no, they like dump ketchup or mustard on themselves or something weird, and then they jump on tables.
Is that why you were asked? What were you doing this weekend?
What? No.
For the game? Or
no? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying.
Sorry, sir.
Beth said she would be at Total Wine, not Kroger. I mean, that happens in Florida a lot, too. Total Wine gets packed before a tropical depression rolls through.
Or in general.
Yeah, Total Wine's normally pretty packed, I would say. Yeah, so the Bills-Patriots, what a big game on Saturday. But it's going to be cold. Like,
Fair enough. Now,
really
you mentioned the weather, that crazy Monday night game with all of that wind. Well, we're not going to have the wind for this game quite as much, although you see there is some wind, but it is going to be freezing. 2 degrees above zero. It's going to feel like below zero. It's one of those classic NFL weather games, which I think...
And these are football players like banging into each other.
Yeah.
And then you get some of these badass like offensive linemen. They don't wear anything under. They just wear their regular uniforms,
Yeah,
like nothing underneath.
They're tough, but I mean,
ooh, no, thank you. Out there for 3-4 hours at least.
Below zero.
They try to prove their manhood.
No thanks.
Please, I'll prove my manhood in my jock strap. I'm gonna wear some thermal underwear though. You better believe it. I'm gonna wear everything I can get my hands on to stay warm. Right? I would put on whatever I could. I'm not going out there with no undershirts or whatever.
Gloves.
Everything.
Everything.
Give me everything. That's all I want to see is everything.
The little heater packs.
Yes, please. Anything. 321-339-1055. Bob is here. In Atlanta, give it 2 days and it's gone. That's true. But, okay, those of you in the Atlanta area, tell me I'm wrong on this. Tell me I'm wrong that you guys don't lose your shiz when a dusting of snow comes through. And it's like gridlock on the streets. And it's gridlock there anyway. But you get a little snowfall, and it's like, it's craziness, you know? Because Atlanta's that kind of southern
it's like it's
city.
There, but not there.
Right there. Yeah. Don't get a lot of snow. But
well, you could.
You could. Yeah, that's the one. Beth is here. Oh, yeah, the Total Wine in Vieira before a hurricane. 2 ladies got into a fight over the last White Claw pack. Oh, is White Claw worth fighting over? Chris said, were you in Eatonville? No, it wasn't Eatonville. My mother, Lurch, this is Unfiltered, Unafraid Radio. I'm glad you're speaking your truth. We can all agree to disagree if we need. You're an amazing team. Love y'all. Ray's here, Oviedo, Florida. Ray here. Good morning, guys. Glad to see Lurch is feeling better today. We love you, dog. Franklin the mailman is here. Maybe if Justin effing Clark wasn't such a fake on air, maybe I'd respect him and be nice, but that won't happen in my lifetime. Thank you, Franklin. Danny's here, Commerce, Georgia. Like, interest, and views make for boring radio. Keep it up, Lurch. Speak your mind. Aviator Chase, I can install your thermostat for free, Lurch. Just buy the part. Just give me a Florida Man shirt or something. I used to work on semi-trucks, so I got you. Boom. You know what?
I'm blessed.
I'm feeling the love.
I'm blessed.
I'm feeling the love.
Blessed.
Is it because I played Machine Gun Kelly for them earlier? Is that what got everyone in good spirits?
Yeah.
Jeremy's here. The thermostat for your Bentley is $7,000. I believe it. Oh, by the way, the oil change thing was actually $23.85.
Is that after tax or?
Yeah, after tax.
I mean, it's an extra $200.
I mean, at this point, like, charge me $3,000. I mean, it wasn't just an oil change though. They did like filter change or whatever.
Yeah,
it was a whole thing, but
still
20.
Oof.
Still,
Lord.
anyone work on Bentleys? Come on over. I'll give you the address to the station. Rich is here. Thermostats are 10 to 50 unless you have a Bentley. They are $3,000. Okay, so that's a bargain.
You got different prices. You know, price shopping.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Shane B is here. Hello, Shane. The problem with Atlanta is our elected officials fail to watch the Weather Channel, which is based here. He's right. The Weather Channel is based in Atlanta. Yet the officials are like, I wonder what we should watch. How are we going to figure out the weather? I don't know. Go down to the Weather Channel based in Atlanta. It's a mess. It's a disaster. Atlanta's a disaster traffic-wise anyway. You wait and see what happens Sunday into Monday there.
That happened in Seattle when I was living there. We had like snowmageddon. I mean, it did snow a lot.
How much? How many inches?
I don't remember, but it was like the first time in like decades that it like snowed.
Really?
And it literally shut.
Didn't it just
the
snow
city
there
down.
a lot the other day or like in the last month or two or
It
something?
literally shut the city down.
Shut it down. Totally
Public
done.
transportation, yeah, it was a mess. Freaking networks, like on my phone, like I had reception and all of a sudden no reception. It was a crap show.
See, in Boston, we would get 24 inches in 24 hours, like once a year, basically. We would get a blizzard once a year, once every 2 years. And like nothing. It's fine. Taxis are out. You go to the bar. It's fun as hell, honestly.
Well, for all the buses, buses had to wait for them to put chains on the
Oh,
tires.
yeah.
So when you have thousands of buses and you're waiting, and then I tried like Uber, I was able to get an Uber, but it was going to be like $60 from downtown to where I live, which is still downtown. I mean, walking took me 20 minutes. So I just ended up walking it was bad.
Got to take a break. When we return, my man, his name is... Who cares? Doesn't matter. He's 42 years old, goes to visit Denver, see some friends, brings back some THC, gets back home to his house in Sioux Falls, makes some brownies with the THC, takes a nap because he tried the brownies. Mom and Dad are old, and they're going back to their retirement home for a Tuesday night card game and dinner. Bring a dish dinner. They take the brownies.
Potluck.
All the senior citizens eat the brownies. Hell breaks out after that. Quick break in the news. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Florida Man Radio.
The Shannon Burke Show.
North Korea can go to Twitter and go, I know, I remember see a burrito in wrong time ago. They could read a rhyme to me.
What year did Taco Bell open up?
What year? Taco Bueno.
The Shannon Burke Show. Weekdays at 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 Central on Florida Man Radio.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99, only from Pizza Hut. Ask or click for a limited time offer. Prices higher in some locations. Extra charge for more than one topping and extra cheese.
Weekends are made for RVing. Whether you're a newbie or a seasoned pro, listen to RV Hour, powered by Giant Recreation World. RV Hour, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. on Florida Man Radio.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping. Always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout, FLMAN, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's FLMAN, FLMAN.
This is Sergeant Slayer. Attend. Today's orders are to go to WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com.
WeKillFloridaBugs.com is home of Mighty Tech Pest Management. Get in touch with Mighty Tech today for residential and commercial pest control, termites, wildlife exclusion, and removal. And if mosquitoes are a problem, ask Mighty Tech about them as well. Call for a free evaluation today. 1-888-750-7378.
Say it again. WeKillFloridaBugs.com. Dismissed.
Over 40% of Americans have less than $50,000 saved for retirement. Don't become another statistic.
Hi, I'm Lee Seiler. Join me for the Stock Doctor's Prescription on Florida Man Radio.
The Stock Doctor, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. to find out more. Seiler Wealth Management. Visit StockDR.com.
You know International Diamond Center is the best place to buy diamonds and fine jewelry. But did you also know IDC will buy from you? Diamonds, heirloom jewelry, estate jewelry, Swiss watches, coins.
Don't be afraid to come in and get a price on something that maybe it's an heirloom that you want to sell, or you're just checking to see the price.
IDC owner Keith LeClaire has a vast network of collectors and buyers around the world, so IDC can always find a market for your jewelry.
We always pay a very strong price to buy. There's a resale market that's there, and we pay top dollar for top merchandise. We have people all over the world that we sell to. So some collectors are going to pay way more than any consumer's going to pay. We'll give you the best possible price, no games played, and you'll get the check or the cash, whatever one you want.
Let IDC appraise what's in your jewelry box. You might get a pleasant surprise.
Sometimes they come in, they have no idea what's there, and then all of a sudden they walk out with a $28,000 check.
International Diamond Center. Online at shopidc.com.
Indoor baseball, anyone?
Most party fouls are pretty dumb, but if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Learn more at ultimatepartyfoul.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sweet strawberry icing. You're in Goodwill, and just past that vintage denim jacket you spot miniature donut earrings. You lean in. Ah. That's the scent of shopping success. Because at Goodwill, every item you buy funds local job training and more. So bring home those donut earrings and bring home so much good to your community. Goodwill. Bring good home. Brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
I'm News 6 anchor Kirsten O'Connor. Here are your Thursday morning headlines. DeLand police are warning parents to be on the lookout for a driver who appears to be following kids. Investigators say there's been 3 suspicious incidents near schools in recent days, with one child even being asked by the driver to come up to his black passenger car. Police are telling students not to walk alone if they can and run away if approached. Demand for COVID testing in Orange County appears to be going down. County leaders say they've seen a noticeable drop in people looking to get tested at the 3 county-run sites, as well as the site run by the City of Orlando at Camping World Stadium. Still, the current positivity rate in the county is above 40% as the Omicron variant continues to spread. And troopers are warning people to be on the lookout for smoke along State Road 40 in Marion County. It's from a brush fire burning in the area of County Road 315 and has been cutting visibilities in the area. Remember, you can get breaking news around the clock right on clickorlando.com and the News 6 app.
WTYC, Altamont Springs, WOTW HD3, Windermere, WXUS, HD3, Tunellen, Ocala, WCLB, Valparaiso, Florida Man Radio. Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
Weather's nice here. Hour number 2 begins on a, I don't even know, Thursday. Is it Thursday?
Yeah.
Damn, kind of flown by. Lurch is here. Beanbag Nation is here. If you'd like to join me, 321-339-1055. Those of you in Atlanta, I appreciate you listening to me as you grocery shop. Stocking up on your bottle of water and canned tuna. I mean, what do you buy in preparation for a 2-inch snowstorm? What do you get?
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs. Those of you in Atlanta, I hope you enjoy all of your SpaghettiOs on Sunday. But we do appreciate you tuning into the Florida Man Radio Network as you're driving to the local Kroger. It's wonderful of you. You're amazing. You're an amazing audience. Now, have you ever gone through a grocery store with 2 carts because you're stocking up for a dusting of snow?
Never.
That would be hard to do, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
People are going to look at you a little bit funny. What if you tried to do that back in the old, like, beginning of the pandemic days where you could only go up one aisle? You know, it was one way.
I think you'd be arrested.
Like aisle 3 was one way, and then aisle 4 was the other way. Did you abide by that or not?
I did until
you didn't.
Until they lifted it.
Oh, okay. Because I was at a store yesterday, the Fresh Market, and there was the aisle thing.
Really?
Yeah. just in this like one place, and I purposely went down the wrong way just to kind of say like F you, you know?
I mean, I could see how like the flow of traffic could work well, but
well, there's a retirement home in South Dakota, and apparently they don't have one-way streets there, thankfully. However, they do have a Tuesday night card game with a potluck dinner.
Pun intended.
A potluck dinner.
I guess they took it literally.
And a group of senior citizens at this place, part of the potluck, they consume pot brownies that were brought there by a 73-year-old South Dakota woman who was unaware that her son had prepared the brownies using a special ingredient called THC butter. Police received many calls reporting poisoning of the individuals who were at the Tabor Community Center for this card game and potluck dinner. Cops say an investigation into the incident led us to believe that the patients were all under the influence of THC. What do you think they were doing? Like, how do you know they're under the influence of THC? Are they're hungry, or what do you think they're doing? I don't know.
They're chill, relaxed.
The most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my life.
Hey, man, I never had no acid before, man.
Jeez, I hope you're not busy for about a month.
Shit, I'm gonna die, man. That stuff's gonna make me die, man.
Man, no, that's good acid.
Hey, man, I never had it before, man. That's gonna make me die. Well, this is gonna make me free.
I mean, how do you know? How do you know that they're on the THC? They seem to recognize it right away. I just want to know what the signs and the symptoms were. Turns out a couple who had been at the Tuesday night card game told police that after several people had eaten the brownies, they learned that our son had made the brownies after being in Colorado over the past weekend and brought back products with marijuana.
Wow.
The son seems like a nice guy. He was just making pot brownies. He's also an elementary school music teacher.
Whoa.
He told deputies that he had prepared the pot brownies for the potluck with THC butter that he brought back from Colorado. After baking the brownies and trying one, he took a nap. He took a nap. And his mom said, ooh.
So THC butter.
Ooh, we're going to the potluck. Our son made us some brownies.
Our son is a fantastic.
She scooped up the brownies and took them to the potluck at the senior center. He was arrested for possession of a controlled drug or substance. A felony.
I think it's legal in South Dakota, is it?
Okay, but still.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
facing a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison.
Really?
No way. You got. I mean, the guy just got high, made some brownies, and got high, and took a nap.
I think like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, this is a slap on the wrist thing. I think, isn't it?
Move on with life.
I think so.
5 years. Now he's a felon.
No way. Surely they're gonna drop this to some sort of like slap on the wrist misdemeanor.
They have to. I mean,
unbelievable.
Wow.
Let's go to Georgia. Michael, are you mad at me, buddy?
No, man, that was the most chill potluck in the history of potluck.
You better believe it. They were all taking naps.
No, I just want to tell you, you're kind of making fun of Georgia folks, and being a lifelong Georgia resident, I wanted to stand up for my state.
All right.
Here's the thing. Georgia rarely gets snow. It's usually ice. It's usually ice storms, so that's why they act the way they do.
I got you. I know what you're saying, too. It's right there on the line always where it's snowing in North Georgia and rain south of Atlanta, but Atlanta's right on the ice line.
That's it, buddy. And I've been through all the snow jams back in the 80s and 90s, and yeah, they are gun shy, but it's okay, man. You say snow, and everybody heads home and gets out off the roads, and, so I'm good with it, It's a day off.
By the way, I love Georgia. I'm just talking a little bit of smack because it is right there on the line where if it's going to snow, we do kind of freak out a little bit. Or ice, we're going to freak out a little bit. That's all. I love Georgia.
Speaking of Colorado, I'm in Pueblo, Colorado, as we speak.
Nice. That's a good place to ride out this ice storm.
Yeah, it was like 18 degrees last night, and
yuck.
but it's the high desert, man. It's
Yeah.
dry as a bone out
Oh
here.
yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah. Dry air out there for sure. But all right, Mike. Hey, thanks
All
for
right,
the call,
Justin,
brother.
Enjoy your show, buddy.
Thank
and
you, man.
hey, you were a blast at the Trump thing a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
good.
It was so funny. You and Brandy Love. Oh my gosh.
That was fun. Thank you, man. Have a great day.
Enjoy the show. Take care, bud.
Thank you. Enjoy your trip to Kroger, Michael, later. No, he can't go to Kroger. He's in Colorado. I don't think they have Krogers in Colorado, do they? I think Kroger's like a southern thing. Do we have Kroger in Florida anywhere? I feel like they're coming here. I feel like Kroger's trying to fight Publix a little bit. I know Kroger now does online delivery here, I believe.
don't think anything's going to be Publix anytime
No,
soon.
I totally agree. Let's go to Pensacola. My man Bob. How are you, Bob?
I'm doing great. I got to figure out why I've got a voice talking in the background. Anyway, along with this story about the senior citizens pot, about a month ago, my son, not a month ago, it's been a couple months now. My son offered me. Now it's been like 40 years for me since I've even touched this stuff, and it was just me and him. My wife was gone. He said, "Here, Dad, hit this." And I can tell you, it's not what I grew up with. This stuff was like having this out of body experience. I'm like, I can tell if you didn't know what it was, that it could freak you out pretty much if you're 70 something years old.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like when I was younger, and I know you're a little bit older than me, but even when I was younger, it was like it's weed or not weed. I mean, just it is what it is. You smoke weed, and then it's kind of like okay, and that's it. Now they make this weed where you can get like upper weed or downer weed, or this is the chill weed. And you can take it via a jelly bean, or you can smoke it. It's unbelievable. These kids now know so much about this weed. It's unreal, and it's strong as hell.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's like I took the hit, and then my son went into another room, and I'm like, "Where'd you go, man? I need some help here. We got to put on some music or something, man."
Yeah.
He's like, "Let's just go for a walk." And it's like, all right, this is not your grandpa's weed. I mean, I'm old enough to be your dad, Justin. That's how old I am. I'm like
come on.
62.
Well,
so.
you'll be a
I'm
cool dad,
62.
Bob. So here's what happened to me. This was like 2 years ago around Christmas time. Someone, we were at their house, and they wanted me. You remember this story? They wanted me to try their cheesecake, and I was like, "I'm not hungry. I don't want your cheesecake." She was like, "No, you gotta try my cheesecake." And I said, "I don't want your cheesecake." And they were like, "I will be so offended. I made this cheesecake for you." I was like, "Damn it, fine. Let me see. I'll try it." Dude, I was staring at a Christmas tree.
You ended up having 4 pieces of cheesecake.
No, I had 1 piece of cheesecake, and I have never felt anything like that in my life. It felt like I was tripping or something. I was just staring at the Christmas tree, laughing my ass off. And I was kind of mad. Like, I think that's a felony or something, isn't it? I got drugged.
Yeah, you got drugged.
If you tell me it's coming, I know what to do.
Yes.
But if I don't know what's coming.
Exactly. And then they started laughing at me, and then I was like passed out. I don't know. That's basically how it went down. All right, Bob. We love you, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh. I think you went to the Army too soon, by the way. Did you hear what they announced yesterday?
What?
The Army. Let me see if I have any Army tunes still, huh?
I'm going to have my Army
Yeah,
theme song.
Here we go. The United States Army, for the first time, is offering a maximum enlistment bonus of $50,000 to highly skilled recruits who join for 6 years, as they still struggle to lure soldiers into certain critical jobs during the pandemic. 50 G's, that's a good number. Is that one check?
No.
Oh.
It's going to be...
No, I thought it was like one. They just I thought
no.
they just stroked you out a 50 G
You're
check.
going to get it in installments.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, how are the installments broken down?
I think you're going to get...
Like 10 G's a year? That's stupid. You know what? If I'm going to do that, if I want a signing bonus, is a signing bonus, damn it.
It's all like percentage, so you'll get a certain percentage like once you come back from training. and then I think it's like in 6 months you get another like percentage, and then a year, and then it just keeps going until eventually you get it off.
Any idea?
It's not a one-time thing.
Do you know what the Army considers full strength? How many soldiers?
I mean, we're based off volunteers, so.
Huh? I'm saying, how many people did the Army want in the Army at one point in time?
No, I'm not
at
sure.
any given time. 485,000.
Really?
And they try to recruit 57,000 a year, basically. I mean, it depends on how many people decommission, delist? What do you call it?
Yeah, delist. So, I mean, like, also, like, retire as well.
Retire, whatever. So they try to find about 57,000 new soldiers per year. But they say it's going to be really hard to get the top bonus. You've got to, like, I don't know.
No, I mean, you
be
have
a ranger
to, you
or
have
something.
To be, yeah. That 50,000 is not going to be, I'm going to join and get whatever job and 50,000. Like, when you join as well, I mean, you see, like, which jobs have bonuses and which ones don't.
So some of them have no bonuses whatsoever?
Yeah, a lot of them don't have bonuses.
So last year, they spent $233 million on bonuses with 16,500 recruits getting an average of 14,000. So the average is obviously way lower than the maximum.
Yeah. I mean, there's jobs that have lower bonuses than that.
The maximum was 40,000 before. So it only went up 10 grand, but I guess it shows you they're having trouble getting soldiers up there, huh? It's kind of scary.
It's true. It is. Not a lot of people.
Maybe if they'd be nicer to you at basic training. Maybe if they went.
It's not that. It's just
if they wouldn't throw you in the COVID bay as you arrive.
We're in a different world now.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, Lurch. Speaking of Army, do you want to go on the perch?
Let's do it.
And now it's time to go on the perch with Lurch.
On the purse.
On the purse. On the purse. It's a Louis Vuitton purse with Lurch.
It's time for the globe-trotting, jet-setting, deep voice, nomadic wanderer who always brings it back home to the good old US of A, Army Strong.
Army training, sir!
On the perch with Lurch. All right, you can guess where we're going to start today.
Hong Kong!
Well, close.
Oh, Singapore!
No, we're going to be in China.
China.
But we're going to go a little around the world here today. I do have one story that's kind of a crazy one, and I don't like believe it too much, but hey, you know, you'll judge for yourself.
Yeah.
Right, first, we'll start in China, where lots of videos now on like Chinese like social media sites are coming out of these quarantine camps that they now have. So China has a zero COVID strategy. So if they feel or think that you might have COVID, multiple reports and videos are showing people getting on buses and being sent to a 108-acre quarantine center.
Is that right?
Yeah, they dub it, a quarantine camp. So it was built back in January of 2021, and all it is a simple metal cabin that has a wooden bed and a toilet.
Ew.
And that's it. And they're saying you have like multiple people in these little homes. And the conditions aren't as good as they're making it seem, because I guess the Chinese government, when they're like showing off these homes and stuff, they're all staged photos, but they're not showing what's really going on.
Shocker.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
You mean the Chinese government's hiding the ball from its
Yeah.
citizens? I
Yeah.
don't believe that for a second.
So right now, currently, they have around 20 million people in lockdown across China, but they're saying that they're taking these people these citizens to this quarantine camp by the buses.
Wow.
So it also shows that they have videos and then hazmat suits literally like dishing out like food, and a lot of them are complaining that it's like too cold and not enough food is given, especially to like the elderly and the children. And then of course, Chinese government is coming out and saying that they are being harsh in order to have zero incidents during the upcoming Beijing Olympics. Now, this story is kind of one out of like Austin Powers, where this killer commando dolphins with weapons on their head chase soldiers into the sea. So a Palestinian terror group called Hamas, I'm sure some have heard of it, they claim that they were chased by Israeli killer dolphins. So a naval commando, like a spokesperson, came out and he claimed that they were chased to the sea by a dolphin equipped with a device capable of killing them.
Wow.
He says he claims a member of their Frogman unit who was killed by Israeli forces found the dolphin in the device. And this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. There was another claim that happened in 2015 where an underwater creature was equipped with a remote control, camera, and a weapon that could fire harpoon-like projectiles. Of course, it's been met with ridicule all over Twitter. They're saying it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's funny, it's funny, it's funny. A lot of them revert back to Austin Powers, where they have the sharks with the laser beams on them. And this, of course, isn't the first time that marine animals have been used by the military, but not to the extent of killing machines. So you make what you do of that story. Can it be funny? Yes. Could it be real? I mean, I want to say no, but at the end of the day, stranger things happen in the world. Now we'll go to South Wales, where breeders of certain bulldog type or bulldog puppies, they must pay back $546,000.
For what?
So this couple, this married couple, they ended up becoming they were like millionaires, not multimillionaires, but millionaires. And they are ordered to pay back $546,000 for forcing animals to keep breeding or getting pregnant for cash during the pandemic. Carl and Victoria Schellert, they set up an unlicensed business called Posherables, where they were selling pups up to $27,000 at a time.
Yikes.
They, of course, broke animal welfare laws in Wales. And under this law, dogs are allowed to breed at least 1 litter every 12 months, or 1 litter a year. They said that they had around 67 litters over a 6-year period. So they either pay that or face 2 years in prison. They have around 3 months to pay this money back. Of course, they pled guilty, and it seems like they're going to pay it back. On there too, it says something about C-sections or whatever. So what they were doing, when they raided their home, their compound, they found, if they were doing experiments, so they were artificially inseminating the dogs to keep them from going, even when they weren't ready.
That's obviously bad for the dogs.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's absolute abuse.
yeah. Hence why they gotta pay that or go to jail for 2 years. And now our boy Kanye West.
Oh.
He plans to
He has a new girlfriend, I heard.
with Vladimir Putin in Russia.
For what?
So he just
to
to
hang?
meet him. Yep. So he has a
Is he going to swing by North Korea on his way home?
He
he can take the long ride home and just swing over and see what's his face?
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un.
So he has an upcoming trip to Russia this year where he's going to take his Sunday service gospel performances. And his strategic advisor, Amir Sudan, says that Ye wants Russia to be his second home. So
What do you think? You think Kim Kardashian's thank God I got out of that?
I mean, yeah, because he must have some kind of issues as well, especially if he decided to buy a home across the street. But then again, he might want to be closer to his children. So
it's one day he's normal and the next day he's not. It's almost like if he did a producer on a radio show and came in on an emotional roller coaster one day, and the next day everything is great.
It's kind of like he's a lawyer. One day, he's fine. The next day he says he's Justin effing Clark.
Yeah.
And then the next day,
That's
he's
a good
listening
point.
to MGK. And then
Excellent point. Well taken.
But yeah, so his strategic advisor is making arrangements with the Trump of Russia. So he's a billionaire real estate developer named Araz Agalarov.
Probably a good guy.
He has a musician's son, which Ye is going to help propel his musical career. But
put him on YouTube.
Yeah, but through him, he hopes to invite Vladimir Putin to one of his shows, and then finally meet him.
Beautiful.
So
Anything else?
That is all.
Excellent work today, Lurch. Hold on 1 second here. This is important.
The Chevy, Sonic.
Oh, this is great radio.
Chevy,
buddy.
Sonic, boom.
This is great.
Guile.
You know what?
Boom.
I can't find it.
It's okay.
We'll do that one. All right. Got to take a last break. When we return, not good news for Matt Gaetz yesterday. Turns out his ex-girlfriend is in Orlando, Florida, was at the federal courthouse in Orlando, Florida, testifying in front of a grand jury, apparently looking for some kind of a deal to testify against him. That and more. Then we'll turn it over to Ed Till. It's Justin Clark on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Florida Man Radio.
Florida Man is everywhere. In your car, turn it on your radio. In the office, listen online at floridamanradio.com. In the house, tell Alexa to play Florida Man Radio. Going for a jog? Download the free Florida Man Radio app. There's no reason to miss any of your favorites, like the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, the Justin Clark Show, the Ed Till Show, or the Shannon Burke Show. Florida Man Radio is taking over. Be part of the movement. Now, Florida Man Radio. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. Listen every weekday mornings right here on Florida Man Radio. Powered by Anna Jar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Have you ever caught yourself saying,
It's 8:30 at night. Little late to start a movie.
Then it's time to think about your retirement. Listen to the Savvy Investor Radio Show with Mike Kinnett and Ryan Herbert. Saturday afternoons at 4, Sunday mornings at 10, here on Florida Man Radio.
Hey, Savannah, let's go to Gatorland. We can enjoy all the great animal shows and gators for less, since Florida residents get in for only $16.50 now through the end of January.
That's way less than parking at a big park.
More fun for less money at Gatorland.
And we don't make your car pay to just sit there.
If you're a business owner, you can find new customers here on Florida Man Radio with Bubba the Love Sponge.
We'll hype you up in my show, mornings.
Have your company featured during middays.
Justin Clark here, 10 to noon.
Or jump in with me, Ed Till, noon till 3.
Or we can plug you in during prime PM drive.
Yep, I've got you covered during the Shannon Burke Show.
We'll create a custom marketing plan based on your goals and budget.
Just visit FloridaManRadio.com and click on the Advertise tab.
Taking over Central Florida and now the Emerald Coast.
Owning a home is exciting, and getting there can be a journey. To get the most current market info and be entertained as well, tune in this and every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Mortgages and Money with Team Wonder Women. Mortgages and Money with Team Wonder Women at 11 a.m. Sundays, only on the Florida Man Radio Network.
Pizza Hut stuffed crust is the crust that made crust good. Topped and stuffed with over a half pound of cheese. What are you so afraid of? Loving it? Original stuffed crust, just $12.99, only from Pizza Hut. Ask or click for limited time offer. Prices higher in some locations. Extra charge for more than one topping and extra cheese.
Adam and Eve is not giving you 10% off and not 20% off or even 40%. Your discount is even bigger. AdamandEve.com is giving you a whopping 50% off. But why stop there? In addition to 50% off, you also get 10 free gifts. That includes a racy item for him, a sensuous toy for her, and something we know you'll both enjoy. Ooh. And 6 extra special bonus items that are sure to rev your engine, pique your curiosity, and even blow you away. And best of all, free shipping, always delivered in discreet packaging. So rethink your bedroom routine. Go to adamandeve.com and enter the station's exclusive code at checkout, FLMAN, and get, you know the discount, 50% off almost any item and 10 tantalizing free gifts. That's FLMAN, FLMAN.
If you're not careful, you can overpay for a diamond by thousands of dollars.
Most people go from store to store, website to website shopping for diamonds or looking for 4 C's.
International Diamond Center's Robbie Blue says looking at the 4 C's is not enough.
There are many other criteria that affect how a diamond will look and how it will price out that very few informative sources will tell you about.
That's why at IDC you get a thorough diamond education, learn the inside secrets, and understand how to avoid a costly mistake.
A to Z, from Z back to A, to make sure you understand the investment that you're making and making sure you don't overinvest. In the jewelry industry, you don't get that everywhere. You just get, it's pretty, it's this price, I'll discount it, do you want to buy it? And they don't care if they ever see you again.
So even if you don't buy from IDC, come see us first to learn how to be a smart shopper and buy like a dealer buys. International Diamond Center. Get store hours and directions and learn more at shopidc.com.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum in my mouth.
Step out of the car, please.
I probably made a mistake.
Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Did you know that generic drugs are just as safe and effective as brand name drugs? Generics might look different, but they work the same way. And they can even save you money. Don't believe me? Ask your doctor or pharmacist. Or visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Now, back to the Justin Clark Show on Florida Man Radio.
A final segment. I can report that for the first time in many, many months, I just saw Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson saying he's working on a new song. So that's great for you Shannon Burke fans and Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson fans. Now, he did just walk in the studio. I guess it was a good thing we're on a break, right? Or I would have made him sit down. I don't know what we would have done. He just walked in. I mean, did he think we weren't doing a show? Or what do you think happened there?
I mean, he's not here on a consistent basis, so
Yeah.
maybe he just forgot that.
I see.
Because usually when he comes in here now...
there's no one in here, of course.
it's just me.
He's a little bit earlier than normal, I would say, right?
That's good.
Is he coming in every
Being
week
early.
now or what?
Not
every week.
Day,
Not
every week, yes, but not every day.
So he's coming in once a week.
I
What
think-
day? Fridays?
I think Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh, he's
or
coming in
just
Thursday
Fridays.
and Friday now. Okay,
'Cause
good.
Before it was just Fridays, but lately I haven't been seeing him Thursdays and
today's
Fridays,
Thursday, and he is here. So wonderful. So I can report that Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson is in the building and should be on Shando's show this afternoon.
Directly from the man himself.
Yeah.
He was working on a song.
And I gave him a hug. First of all, I went for the fist bump because I'm more of a hugger, and I think he is too. But then I don't know. At this point, people are getting crazy. So I gave him a fist bump, but then I went for the full hug.
I mean, it's been a while, too.
He looked good. He looked good. I haven't seen him in a long time. And he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
He's literally the nicest guy on the planet, is he not? Has he ever been mean to you?
No.
He's the nicest man on the planet. Great
and especially
guy.
when we just sit here and he'll just tell stories of the past. You know, which are
Exactly.
pretty funny, too.
Bad news for Matt Gaetz. I know we have a lot of Matt Gaetz fans here, and we've talked about this story ad nauseum, how I was friends with Joel Greenberg, the guy who ended up rolling on Matt Gaetz. And the Matt Gaetz story has been relatively quiet for a while.
Quiet, yeah.
Now, Greenberg is getting sentenced in March of this year, so a couple months down the road. So the government is now trying to do whatever they can to get whatever they can out of him because the federal judge said he likely will not extend that sentencing date again. So the government needs to get as much out of them as they can now to proceed with whatever prosecutions they're going to proceed with. And it is very clear now that there is a grand jury in place in the Middle District of Florida, which is based in Orlando. And they're investigating Matt Gaetz. And I can report that because there were sightings of Matt Gaetz' ex-girlfriend leaving the federal courthouse yesterday. And that probably isn't good. It's probably not a very good thing. Now, just because there's a grand jury doesn't mean that
doesn't mean that it's
they're going to be
bad-
charges,
yeah.
but 90% of the time when they convene a grand jury, charges are later filed. So I don't know. It's a little bit probably scary situation for him, I would say. But the ex-girlfriend did testify yesterday before the federal grand jury investigating Matt Gaetz for sex crimes. So I don't know. Probably, I hope. I hope. I don't know. I hope not. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't feel great about it, to be honest with you. I don't. And apparently this ex-girlfriend is working on a plea deal now where she would avoid prosecution for obstruction of justice.
Really?
In return for testifying in the investigation into him and whether in 2017 he had sex with a 17-year-old female for money. And whether months later he and others violated a federal law prohibiting people from transporting others across state lines to engage in prostitution. Because allegedly that doctor guy in Orlando flew, all these guys to the Bahamas with some girls that were allegedly paid. I don't know. I was not on the plane. I have no idea. But that's always been one of the bases for this investigation. They say he's actually under investigation for 3 distinct crimes. Sex trafficking of that 17-year-old girl that Greenberg is admitted to having sex with.
Yeah.
Violating the Mann Act, which prohibits taking women across state lines for prostitution, and obstruction of justice. Apparently, according to the story anyway, him and the ex-girlfriend were in an open relationship back in 2017 and 2018.
Allows him to do, if he wanted to do something.
Yeah, but not a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And allegedly, he discussed with her other girls he was involved with, basically. And allegedly, she was on that same plane with the girls and the doctor and Greenberg and a couple other people. I don't want to get too deep into this.
Yeah, of course. I guess I would just say my thing is, if you're going to do, like, this kind of stuff, like, can you at least, like, make sure they're of age?
Yeah. Show me some ID or something.
Like, come on. But, again, whatever happens there, leave it to investigators
And allegedly after this is according to the leaks, okay? I don't have any inside knowledge on this at all. I want to be very clear. According to the cops, basically, after the investigation began, Gates spoke with his ex-girlfriend in a 3-way call with yet another woman who was cooperating with the feds, and at that point, they were secretly recording the call. Now, this is all according to these leaks. So
is that allowed to, like, secretly record? Or?
Yes.
Damn. Well.
So I have no idea what happened. I mean, he has been very feisty in his defense, and nothing's happened as of yet, and it's been a long time. So my hope is that there's nothing here. But I can report that the ex-girlfriend was in Orlando, Florida, testifying in front of a grand jury investigating him yesterday.
So I guess it just depends on what she said.
And her attorney confirmed that she was there. He wouldn't say anything else. He just confirmed that she was there. And according to the report, she was working on a plea deal as well.
Okay, I guess everything is going to be dependent on what she says.
My fingers are crossed that all this is BS. It really is. I mean, okay, if he was hanging out with Greenberg and they hired a couple girls, whatever, I don't care. Do whatever you do. That's none of my business whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't care about that. Do whatever you want. I mean, some people would argue that it's easier to live life that way than the regular way. And just ask this Chinese woman. I think she would concur with me on that. Because this lady was going on a blind date. And on this blind date, she went to the blind date's house, which, by the way, you don't ever go on a blind date to the house. You don't ever do that.
Meet at a place that's well lit and with a lot of people.
And while she was there, there was a abrupt lockdown in China, leading to her getting stuck at the dude's house on a blind date. She said, "I'm getting quite old, so my parents have arranged more than 10 blind dates for me so far." She wrote that on her 5th date, he said he was good at cooking and invited me to his house. Okay, lady.
Wait, so she's been...
This was her 5th blind date. Her
okay.
Her parents set her up on 10 blind dates. This was number 5.
Ones. Okay, yeah.
And so he was like, "Hey, I'm a great cook. Come to my house," which, by the way, is BS. Like, man can't cook at all. He was ordering Uber China Eats. He was like, "Hey, come over. I'm going to cook you dinner. We'll watch Netflix." We know this game. Like, why would she go to dude's house on a blind date to begin with? However, during the meal, which she doesn't rate, by the way, she doesn't say whether it was good or bad, she discovered that her date's community had gone into an immediate lockdown. And she was unable to leave the house for several days.
Damn, no clothes.
And this guy, I mean, this is the best thing ever happened to this guy. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? This is way better than a snow day as a kid. You're on a blind date, first blind date, and get a lockdown? Are you kidding me? That is probably the best day of his life, wouldn't you say? I mean, that is a great day for this guy. It's a jackpot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, what a day for this guy. It was like, oh, shucks. I hate to hear that.
You're going to have to stay here with me
I
now.
hate to hear we got a lockdown. Look, I'm not for lockdowns, but in this situation, maybe I would change my mind.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it also depends, too, on...
Just say it. How hot she was or not.
If he was bold as well.
Bold.
Bold as in, like, try to, like, capitalize on the...
I'm sure
they don't situation.
Look, I'm sure they don't have Netflix and chill in China, but I bet there's a something in chill in China.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but there's a something and chill in China. He was like, come over for dinner and we'll do something and chill. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we're going on lockdown. He's like, oh, darn it. But in his head.
Yeah, it's a party.
Locked out. You can't convince me he wasn't thrilled.
Oh,
I mean, I didn't see a picture. I mean,
is there a picture?
There's a pic. He was probably happy.
I mean, she's not bad looking.
I got ladies. Don't go to dude's house on the first blind date.
Yeah,
and the only kind of blind date is the first one because the second date is not blind anymore because you already saw them.
Yeah, meet in a common place, well lit, a lot of people.
Speaking of blind, did you hear about this guy who's a sports commentator who's going to announce the Eastern Illinois and Southern Illinois basketball game? He's blind. My man's the commentator on a radio station doing a basketball game blind. Completely blind. Can't see at all. He's going to provide commentary during the game. His name is, something. I mean, I really wish I could honor him. I can't seem to locate his name. His last name's Wheeler. He's a huge sports fan.
So say Mr. Wheeler.
And they say he's an experienced commentator for a variety of college sports. He's 30 years old. He's called over 150 college basketball games in his career.
Wow.
Provided commentary for college baseball, softball, volleyball, and soccer, plus minor league baseball games. He says he listens to each team's previous games from the whole season before. He spends 13 to 15 hours before each matchup studying team stats and player backgrounds.
Wow.
Speaks to the head coaches of both teams before the game. And apparently they all love him there. But I just don't, and I think this is what, his name is Bryce Wheeler. Thank you. Bryce Wheeler. I mean, this is fantastic, obviously, but it leads you to wonder. I guess that you hear the actual play-by-play guy saying what's going on, and then they'll be like, Jones, number 23, hits a 3, and he'll be like, Jones is 48% on 3 this year or something. So I imagine that's how it works.
I mean, 13 to 15 hours
per game preparing. It's kind of like we do on this show, me and you.
Yeah, but I mean,
we get here at 1 a.m., don't we?
Yeah. That's superhuman right there.
We spend 13 to 15 hours preparing for this radio program, as you can tell.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone doubts that.
Looking for his name.
No one doubts we spend that kind of time preparing here, you and I, Lurch. Lurch spends his time prepping for the show at the Wolf Studio and ordering the breakfast. I've been getting here late, honestly. But today I got here. I got here 2 hours before the show, just so you know.
Do I? Because I think you see me sitting down here, writing down my notes.
As soon as I walked in today, I saw you walking into the Wolf Studio.
Yeah, I said hello.
Oh.
And then I came back.
Oh, you were saying hi?
Yeah, I say hi to people.
Oh.
It's a thing.
Why does Chad not hang out in his office anymore? Why is he always in the studio now? Used to, he was always in his office, and you would hang out in there with him. But now he's always in the studio. What happened?
Before, I was also, in management.
Oh, yes. You were doing social media. Yeah. That's what it was. And that's why you spent so much time with him back then.
And now, I'm just Justin Clark show.
All right, good job. Good job today, Lurch. By the way, I liked your emotional state today. I think it was great. I like that Roger apologized, and you apologized to him. I thought that was great.
One emotional day. I mean, I guess they're going to have 5 mental health days in Illinois. I guess we can have some emotional days.
And if you would like to, pretty loud, huh? You're excited to get out of here. If you would like to send Lurch a note wishing him well, you can do so on social media at
Fernando on Twitter, Nando on Instagram, and emotionalstate.us.gov.
I am at attorney or ATTY Justin Clark on Instagram, ATTY Justin Clark on Twitter. Follow me there. I love you, by the way. I do. Thank you for offering to fix Lurch's Sonic. I thought it means a lot to me.
And me.
And Lurch, too. We just love you. We love spending time with you. Do me a favor. Would you tell your friends, please, no matter where they may be, download the Florida Man radio app. It's a great app. All past shows are there, podcast style as well. One more favor I ask of you. Could you stick around? Because Bill O'Reilly is up next, followed by the legend himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Edward friggin' Till. Shando takes over after that. He is the anchor tenant around here. the Kroger of this little radio station shopping center, for those of you in Atlanta at the Kroger right now. Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson is in the building. He will be here. Yo Frey will be here. EC will be here. The party starts again tomorrow morning with the big man himself, Bubba the Love Sponge. Lurch, I don't know much, but I do know one little teeny tiny thing.
What's that?
I'll see you right back here again tomorrow morning on the Florida Man Radio Network.